name is Dameion Royce. You're at Brimz Official in Kensington Market. This is an old neighborhood. We're nestled in it. People know me for the headwear that I create, but we've also taken that a step further. We started to become a fulfillment house where we work with other brands and we help them to fulfill whatever demands they have, whether it be tracksuits, sweatsuits, shorts, jackets, you name it. We're doing all of it now. And I'm doing small programs where brands can come in, they can design something from scratch and create something that's completely unique to themselves. So we're offering that service, so they're getting that from us. And we are an embroidery house, so you can come here and get full custom embroidery jobs done. The journey begins perhaps at Humber College, North Campus, in the bookstore. We had an idea to create a product. I was a marketing student there, and we came up with this brand called Big It Up. And Big It Up, basically, we started out as a lotion company, to be honest, because there was something on the market that was pretty cool, and we tried to, in a way, duplicate it and create our own. So we ended up working with a chemist to create this unisex fragrance within the lotion. And it did well for a while, but we needed to promote the lotion, so we started putting the name on t-shirts. To our surprise, the t-shirt started selling better than the lotion, right? And so one thing leads to the next. We're restocking t-shirts at one of our suppliers, and we find an old hat in the bin, at the bottom of the bin. And so it was a cool hat, it was a flat cap. I asked the supplier, can I have it? He's like, oh sure, that thing's been here for 3 years. So we embroidered our logo on the side, and I began wearing it and started wearing it at the barber shops that I used to work at on the weekend. And all my friends started asking for it. So, sometimes these great ideas come to you not when you're awake or you're conscious, but sometimes in your sleep. And so I had a little vision of, wow, these hats would go really well, and started making hats that we put in the bookstore at Humber College. We had a little section on consignment. We worked it out with the bookstore manager, and that's how this all started, until we were able to get a booth in the mall, and that multiplied, and then we were able to find street stores, and Brimz was born out of that older company, and now Brimz is here in Kensington Market years later. So here we are. And fashion comes out of struggle though. Fashion really comes, life. And I think the true kernels of life come out of struggle. As J. Cole says, it's a beautiful struggle. So don't deny your struggle, embrace your struggle so you can use it as fuel to get where you're going. I remember Kanye always talking about driving on the fumes. Sometimes you don't got the means, but if you have the desire becomes fuel to get you where you need to go. So for me, I've had hats that I've gotten from before I made my own hats. I would get supermarket hats, take off their logos, and find ways of putting on my own logos and creating my own things and making it fresh. That's how it starts. It starts with what you have, and I think we are creative minds. Creativity in itself becomes a currency, but we have to realize that we're filled with jewels, and not to discount or devalue our worth. We have a lot going on. Even if you don't have $1 million in the bank, 10,000 in the bank, 1,000 in the bank, if you got ideas, that's your bank account right there. So you got to use your creative circle and find like-minded people who are willing to help you go the distance. That's very important. So we look at our impact on fashion. Everywhere you look right now, first of all, hip-hop is the music of choice that people are using to promote anything. We as a people, creativity is what we're born with. We have that without even trying. So that comes naturally to us. And we got to use that as our leverage. Because it's people that make brands valuable. If you don't love it, it's not going to be valuable. So you could easily love something that your brother is doing and make that shit blow as well. Because together we're strong. But it's important to always have fresh designs that are always in your pipeline, because sometimes that becomes exhausting because you want to rest sometimes, but you got to constantly keep working. So it's good to work with other creatives that also have ideas that they can bring to the table, because this is a creative industry. If you don't create, it's not happening. So you have to create. That's what keeps it around. That's what keeps it fresh. That's what keeps it relevant. You need to create. So as an entrepreneur, you always have to have the answers. Whatever befalls you, you need to fix it. So it's all on you. You don't have a boss to turn to get the answers. You need to find the answers. Black is the adjective, and in my whole being, I don't even feel like it's a black thing at all. I just feel like I'm a human first, and I can walk into any place. When I was younger, I used to think, oh man, we have to go to Sheridan College and set up a pop-up shop and all these white people. I don't feel like I belong here. And my mentors would tell me, you belong anywhere you want to be. So now I'm a universal being. I've been to 5 continents. I've been all over. I've been in the middle of Africa, the middle of Japan, the middle of South America, wherever. I've been there and I belong there. I can go wherever I want to go, wherever. And nobody can tell me I can't be there, right? Because if other people have done it, then why can't I do it? You have to have the confidence to be able to do anything. You have to. We have to get out of our own way. We gotta stop thinking that we don't belong or thinking that that space is for someone else. No, occupy that space. So being a black fashion designer, I'm just a designer, and whatever you think that you want to create, bring it to life. If you're pregnant with idea, then birth it. Birth it. Like I said, if you do feel anxiety, it is the world knocking at your door, demanding you to produce what you can and what you must. Produce the shit. If it's inside of you, produce it. Bring it forth in the world. So Brimz is, we're moving in the direction of a complete fulfillment house. We're getting a DTG printer shortly, so we're gonna be able to, print directly to your hoodies, your garments, but we also are honing ourselves and preparing ourselves for, again, giving small runs to all the local brands that are here. Small runs, you can come, you can create your tracksuits, you can create, I'm not just talking embroidery on your tracksuit, I'm talking cut and sew. If you want one leg to be red, one leg to be black, we do all of that, right? Full custom, your hoodie pockets on crew necks for the pouch, like all of these cool things. So come see us, we'll bless you.